And welcome back to Megaman Legacy Collection Part 5, and last time we defeated all the final robot masters, so it's time to go see what our brother, dear older brother is up to. Well, apparently he's built himself quite grim looking place. Of course, they always built some big, ugly, grim mask place. I should talk to Kozak in previous one, but he had a grimly Russian looking place, so... so that's it. We have these tiger things. These floaty turrets. And some evening purple sky. Although I personally do not like... Purple itself is a nice color and all, but somehow in video games it just doesn't feel... well. I don't know why it's that. But these tiger things are really dangerous, as they've upped that level of damage foes do in this game. You can see I'm almost dead already. Let's just throw those things away. If I weren't so weakly bad shape, this would not have been difficult at all. And let's just call our mutt to get up there. It's interesting that in these levels they can actually finally go and make obstacles and such, so that you do need to use your special abilities and all, not just those which can be assumed that you had right at the beginning of the game, which usually means just a rush coil. And of course your normal charge weapon and slides and that. And hit a spot, you do need to use the rush jet to jump up. That works. Bit of a trickier part, but as it says, only a bit, nothing excessively tricky. Oh, and that robot thing looks like it was wearing a German helmet. Isn't that nice? But even if it looked weak, bad, I'm now in full speed again, ready to go and do some damage. Oh damn, that thing also hits quite hard. Well, time to load up our gravity hold and keep going forward. This far there has been nothing really excessively cunning or clever or brilliant in this stage, just ordinary spikes, pits and foes. Alright, how does this go? Yeah, like that. Yes, it's not necessary to... let's just play it safe. Oh, damn. Apparently the rush doesn't... That was annoyance. Very annoying. Knowing that there's some things which actually might trick you. It's really these whatever Yoku blocks or whatever they are called are usually very annoying, especially when they are above deadly pits and stuff. Alright, let's see it better how it works. Oh, damn it. Didn't work so well. It's not working. Let's see how the plan goes. Like that. Bit of thinking, but it finally succeeded. Which is good because that actually was pretty tricky part. Knowing that it's an hour run out of that weapon energy, which usually doesn't ever run out. That is to say, rush coil energy. And this thing just spins around me, being quite annoying. But if you just stand still, it doesn't do anything to you. It's harmless then, which is good. And already we're going through the first boss. I hope. Oh yeah, it's something like a tank. Oh yes, and tank for some reason is weak to water. And he shoots whenever you shoot, making him a bit of a dangerous, but he was just a bit dangerous. And he didn't have much. Apparently our lovely brother has built himself or gotten himself some new militaristic looking robot masters, apparently some sort of knockoffs of Napalm Man, or who knows what they are. They just didn't look scary. It wasn't a big honking ass machine ready to rip our head off. So it was just some weird robot, and we destroyed it. Actually, we destroyed it quite efficiently. Yeah, that was a bit of a dead end. Let's keep going. And let's just show what does the super arrow can do. Yes, we can shoot it, we can ride the arrow, and of course we can use it as a thing to. But personally, I wouldn't know why they brought the super arrow to this game, knowing that it's quite unnecessarily feeling. Of course, those who run this game real fast love to use it. Oh, damn it! I fell to the spikes. Yeah, they do some cheap trickery in this level. You're going to overboard in these more cheap shots about difficulty. This is a lots of spike pits just waiting that if you just too fast you can fall down a level, and if you pick the wrong one, that's it, you're landing the spikes and you die. Period. Fuck you, end of report, next case. And they're quite cheap, as you cannot really see it down below. Unless of course, so you don't. Things like that are not so good game design. But then again, they knew the players were already familiar with most tricks, so they had to resort to more cheap shots to make the game have some sort of challenge and excitement about it. Or maybe just to make the game frustrating as ever. Like this. And this part can be a bit of a tricky one, so I'm gonna just use my rush coil. Ah, damn it. Lost one up, but it was worth it. And a bit of something like Room of Joes, which isn't so bad. You can use them to grind quite easily your one-ups or something. Oh damn, I forgot that. Those things are so big that you can't use your normal shots to hurt them, but over there you can use your charge shot as they block them, but not your normal shots. But I am quite weak and suffered a bit of a drain in my weapon energies. But luckily there's nothing excessively horrible. At least shouldn't be. A bit of a tricky maneuver to get that E-tank and some other bit tricky maneuver to get this and drop down the pit. And yes, I'm taking a bit of a loss in my life department, so I'm gonna get this one up. Not that I much need it, knowing that this game would give it, but then again it has given a lot of life, so it's probably expectable that it's gonna also take them. Although it has proven to take them much more, less with your challenger, much more with annoying cheap shots and low blows. But then again, it's Mega Man game, and Mega Man got its start from time when things like player training, difficulty curve and all those things were just nice words, and you probably said bullshit, and they probably said, hey, we're gonna make this game, and we're gonna buy them for their kids, so their kids would do something. I wouldn't do something plain simple, and wouldn't go outside and wreak havoc and scream aloud and fight and cause destruction. So they made that. Oh yeah, children can be also very stubborn, so let's make the game hard as hell. At least some of the difficulty might be explained with the lack of fancy technology, but not all of it. Some can be just explained with makers being dicks. I'm quite very weak shape, but I am still not scared about what's... Yeah, it's dude with a shield. Oh, he walks quite slowly and I ran into him. But those flickery spinning things around him, well, they're shields, they block your attacks. Oh, it was on gyro. Strike crystals. Oh yeah, crystals hurt him quite well. I don't know, is it his specific weakness or just something else, but he takes quite nice damage. Oh yeah, this grey doll looking thing actually becomes stronger, faster when he moves around, when he gets hurt. But he was actually very weak and I didn't even hit once. That's the irony. Whenever you really have to perform great, you take hits, and whenever you can take hits, you don't take hits. It's the irony of these games, or irony of whatever, always. But two robot monstrosities employed by a lovely big brother has been defeated, and it's still having the same awfully cheery music, but I will continue this level and this game next time. See ya!